Hey everybody, Jed Demlow coming to you from Jed Demlow Productions with a Tutorial Tuesday. And today I want to talk about the click settings in Studio One. So for any of you Studio One users out there, hopefully this will be quite helpful for you. There's a lot of different click options that you can use, and things that are not real obvious if you have not already found them or if you haven't been shown. But let's go up here to the top where it says transport and come all the way down to the bottom where it says metronome setup. Okay, and I'm just going to go ahead and turn on my metronome. I've got it set at 120 right now. And there's a lot of different settings here to talk about. First of all, you can handle your overall volume of the click right here by setting like your beat, however loud you want that to be. You can change the volume of the accent. You can bring in an offbeat. So you can really dial that offbeat in however you want it to be. And if you're playing, it depends on what you're playing. It sometimes is easier to have that offbeat in there subtly. Yeah, so depends upon what you're comfortable with when you're recording, but the feature is there if you want to use it. Now over here, you can change the sound of your click to pretty much whatever you want. You can even input your own sound if you want. You can add a sound, a sample, just drag it right in, and you'll be able to use it. So that's pretty cool. If you want just like let's say a standard click sound, let's just make that all click. And the offbeat will make, just for the heck of it, a clave, okay? So now we have click. Okay, so you can see right away that you can create your own custom setup the way that you want it. And then once you find something that you like, you just hit store setup and then you name it whatever you want, okay? So, and also after you have your favorite setup stored, or maybe you just want to use some of the ones they have here. Like for instance, this is the acoustic one. Classic. Okay, that's pretty loud. Anyway, so you can, here's mine. Let's see, just the Jed's default. Okay, so anyway, you can make your configuration the way that you really like it and save it, which is really great. That way you can always recall it later for certain different types of situations. Now, down here, if you want, you can have like a pre-count. Let's say you wanted to start recording on bar 3. We could have the metronome to give us a count off, and then it's going to start recording, which is great. I can change that to whatever I want. I could make it 2 bars if I wanted to hear 2 bars. And it starts to record, which is great. You can also do pre-roll. Pre-roll is basically just going to make it jump. Let's just do 1 bar on this. It's just going to make it jump back on the timeline when you hit record and give you more time to be ready to record. Here we go. And see how it kicks in on 3. It just kind of automatically punches that right in there for you. So you could do pre-roll if you like. The click and play, you can have that if you want. If you don't want to hear the click ever in play, you can turn that off. If you wanted to do click and pre-count only, so let's turn on pre-count for 1 bar and see what happens. Now, what it did was it gave us a 4 count in, and then it just shut off. So that could be handy. I've never really used that in a session, but it could be handy if somebody just wanted only the count in, and then they were going to play it for you after that. You know, that could be useful. Now, a repeat accent, we will have to change to a different time signature to check that out. So, because it won't be obvious in 4/4. Let's go to 6/8 time. Okay, so now we're in 6/8, and let me turn it off. can hear it. 1, 1. Now let's turn the repeat accent on. So it divides it up in half, and it gives it more of a 2 downbeat feel, which is kind of cool for a 6/8, and it can be really helpful in weird time signatures like maybe 12/8, where you've got let's do it. You've got multiple, like 3 sections. Okay, and let's turn it off. So big difference there. Here, you can really hear it dividing it up. Okay, so that repeat accent will work in odd time signatures, not in 4/4. So that could be very useful. One of the other things that a lot of people probably don't realize is that once you get everything set up the way that you want it, you can render the click. Now, in order to do that, you need to have your markers set up. Okay, so that the click knows where to be. Okay, so if we just go ahead and set up our markers, and for those of you that don't know how to do that, I've got a tutorial on how to do that. Now, if we just hit render, click, and you say timeline start to song end, yes, and boom, it gives me a track, which is great. So now I have a click track. That's an audio track that I could send to somebody in a session if I wanted to, so that they could feel the click that I was using while I was recording these tracks. So, whether or not they wanted to use it, that would be up to them. But you could send this to them as an option. Also, keep in mind that you can turn the click on and off on your main track here. So if you have the click turned on and you're not hearing it, okay, come over here and check your main output, your main bus, your master bus. There it is. Because you can turn the click on and off on individual output channels. So if you have 6 people in your studio and you've got a send set up for each one of them, each one of their sends output is going to have a little click on it, which is great. And then you can also adjust the volume of the click right here. You can turn it up or down. Okay, so that's cool because one guy might want the click louder in their headphones than another person does. So yeah, that's going to be about it for me today. Just talking about the click track in Studio One. Hope that's been helpful for you. Once again, I am a country music singer-songwriter, producer in Nashville, Tennessee. I have an extensive library of top-lining tracks for people that are leaning more towards the country songwriting type genre. So please go check that out at jeddemlowproductions.com and let me know what you think. All the tracks there are for sale. As a matter of fact, this track we're listening to right now is one of my top-lining tracks that you can find there. And so also, give me any comments or questions that you have about anything that you saw today. And as always, please subscribe so that I can keep on doing these short little tutorials for you, hoping that it helps somebody out there who's producing in Studio One. Hit me up with any comments and questions. Love to help you out. If you have something specific that you have a question on that you're not sure how it works, can't find the answer, let me know. I'll do my best to try to answer that or find the answer for you. Everybody have a great day, and I'll talk to you real soon.